you doing, guys? I'm Sean.
Hi everyone, I'm Lynn. I hope everyone is having an absolutely wonderful day today.
Absolutely fantastic. Guys, today's video, what we want to talk about is how to attract more love into your life.
Now, by more love, what we're talking about isn't, oh great, I can go out and get lots of different men every night, loads of different women every night. Not that type of love, we're not talking about that.
Why not?
No. What we're talking about in this video is the most important thing, and that is to love yourself. Which is the number one thing, because before you can even go out and meet anybody else or meet the man or the woman of your dreams, you have to learn to love yourself, and this is the most
100%.
important thing, which is what this video is going to be on about, isn't it?
Definitely, and when you start loving yourself, and that's the foundation of everything. There's not enough people doing it. You know, we're all loving the word, we're all putting love in, not all of us, the vast majority of us are putting love out there, but we forget about loving the most important person in your life. And that might sound a bit conceited, but you have to be the number one person that you love in your life, because say without loving yourself, then in reality, you know, you can't really put a love to the rest of the world and those around you. So it's really important that we want to stress that, tell you that, you know, we want to say start loving yourself.
Absolutely. Yourself is the most important thing in the world, because if without loving yourself, how can you love anybody else? So what we're going to do in this video is tell you loads and loads of little tips, including crystals and lots of other things that we've picked up over the years that have helped us to love ourselves, because over the years we've been the worst, haven't we, which we're going to tell you about in a minute.
It's handy if you have somebody in your life, and when this wee angel came into my life, truthfully, my life completely changed around, but not going to get too deep into that one, but just genuinely, guys, it doesn't matter whether you're in a relationship and you're watching this video, you're single, if you're in a good relationship, you're in a bad relationship, this is for everybody. And although you may be wanting to attract a partner you know, into your life, this is a great foundation for you. So we're going to talk about, you know, our passions, crystals and other things, but crystals, we want to say how much they can help you, you know, to attract love into your life.
Oh, they're amazing for attracting love into your life. They've really helped me to love myself over the years, I have to say. And again, with all crystals, it's always, if you want to attract more love into your life, whether it's a partner or to learn to love yourself, again, always go with what crystals you feel intuitively drawn to, whatever they may be, whatever the books say. But here are some on our table that we found over the years have been really helpful for us, haven't we?
Definitely, they're all-rounders, you know what I mean? They're a good starting point, because a lot of people are not aware of crystal energy. And you know what I mean, as Lynn says, the books will tell you, and a lot of these ones here you'll find is in the books. So therefore, we were just giving you a wee bit of a gauge, a wee bit of a head start. The ones that we have come up with all the time, we can't fault them, because they're just beautiful. Then
and these crystals radiate love, don't they? Now, the one which is probably the most obvious one, but it has to be mentioned, because out of all of them I do find that just looking at this beautiful stone makes me feel loved. It's the most beautiful colour, and that's rose quartz. It is amazing. Like, just, I'm holding this now and I'm actually laughing because it is just oozes love. It's the most gentlest, loveliest, loving stone ever.
I'm tickling her underneath the table, huh?
No, honestly, it's really lovely, and it's so easily, readily available. And I find, like, when I was going through, like, many things in my past, like when I went through my self-hate, which we're going to go into in a minute, I found rose quartz was wonderful, because I used to take it to bed with me, I used to sleep with it under my pillow, I used to meditate with it, and just holding it, it was just
and now you take me to bed.
Now I'll take you to bed. Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know who got the best deal. Huh?
No, this honestly, it's wonderful, isn't it, rose quartz?
Quartz. Lynn introduced me to crystals. Those of you who've been following us know the crack here. About 7 years ago, Lynn came into my life, she introduced me to crystals. And when I started working with the rose quartz, genuinely the love and energy from it
just radiates love.
So definitely, it's one of the, you know, it's definitely one to start off with, and you'll be meditating with it, placing it in the home, placing it around your workplace. It's just fantastic. Have it in the car, have it in your bag, carry it in your pocket. Rose quartz is definitely one.
Oh,
this is celestite too.
Celestite. Now this isn't quite as easily to get hold of as rose quartz, but if you can get hold of a piece of celestite, it is beautiful. It's so gentle. It's such a lovely, a bit like, it goes very well with rose quartz because it's such a lovely, gentle energy, and it just, holding it just like throbs in the hand. It instantly makes you, ooh. It just infuses you with love. It's a beautiful stone. Again, a wonderful one to keep next to your bed. So it's if you're feeling lonely or you go through, you know, heartache or anything, it's just a wonderful stone. I find that's a really good one for self-love. So you can get hold of a piece of celestite. You must. It's just, oh, it's amazing, isn't it?
They're wonderful stones to have. And I say, if you go to, you know, we say it all the time, you be intuitive. If you walked into a crystal shop, sit down, but go with a conscious decision that you're going in there, to, you know, to look for a crystal that's going to be helping you find love in your life. And I say, it does not matter whether it's love and everything. You find love everywhere.
Absolutely
if you take a walk in a
everywhere.
park,
Crystals is a tiny, tiny part of it, isn't it?
unbelievable. And like aromatherapy oils, incense, you name it, you can all think, but it has to start with loving yourself. I know it sounds like a cliche and it's always like a mantra.
It's the most important thing. You have to love yourself.
And it's not a case of, you see people walking about and they're looking at themselves in mirrors like wee budgies, walking up and down the street or looking at their own reflections in the car.
No, we're not talking about that type of self-love.
Not talking about that type of self-love or vanity. We're talking about actually loving your self-worth and getting up in the morning and actually loving yourself. Doesn't matter what you look like, who you are, your financial situation.
We're not talking about loving yourself looks-wise so much. It's about loving yourself,
your true self, your
yourself,
higher self.
Uh-huh.
You know, so that's what we'll be saying to you to do, is start working on that part of your life, and everything that you want out of love will be coming in, it'll fly in.
Oh, it does, it does.
Now, when it came into my life, genuinely, I was just coming out of a black depression, and it's as simple as that. Possibly about 2 years, was about 3 years into it. I was out of it 2 years coming out, and as I say, I never closed off my heart till the possibilities of finding love. But as soon as I saw Lynn, I knew exactly the bang. It was like the cartoon character, all the wee hearts beaming out and things like that, and I was hooked. I was in Ireland, Lynn was in England, and I could feel that energy. But basically, I was always open, even though I was single at the time. I'd gone through a divorce years ago. I just turned and I said, no, that's it, I'm going to concentrate on myself, I'm going to concentrate, get myself sorted, I'm going to do X, Y and Z. I had no intention whatsoever of looking for a partner, looking for a love interest. But when it came into my life, I always had deep down in my mind that I was going to be the old man sitting in the park with the old woman. So that's the thing, you have to genuinely. Now I've got the young woman now, and she's going to be the old woman sitting in the park, so the law of attraction is going to work. But you have to start off with intention, that the intention that, one, you're worth it. You know what I mean? You're worth other people's love. But if you don't love yourself, how is other people going to love you? Now, Belinda, you came into it, you didn't really love yourself.
Oh God, no. Anyway, this is what we're going to talk about, because about loving yourself, like we can say about, oh yeah, get these crystals and sit and meditate with them and bring them to bed with you and everything, but that's one thing. But how do you love yourself? Well, I'm going to talk about myself a little bit here, because I spent many years, it's probably only the last, and this is like, I'm now a lot old, the last 2 years I've actually got to actually love myself. You know, myself for who I am and what I am, because I spent nearly all of my life not liking myself at all. I was crippled with insecurities. I was bullied at school. I was very shy, bullied by boys, which made me incredibly insecure in how I looked and everything like that. Really stupid, really. And my insecurities like went out into my teens, and then it went out into my 20s, 30s, and it developed into social phobia, and now the crystals have been amazing for social phobia, which is another video again. So that, and panic attacks, brilliant, they really helped me. But I had to really learn to love myself, and now I'm at a stage where I really like and appreciate myself. I love myself for who I am, and it took a lot of work, which we're going to give you some tips on how we did it. But it's been the best thing ever now. Now I actually love myself. My insecurities have gone. I can go out there with my head up high. I love each day. And do you know, only a few months ago I would not have been doing YouTube videos. A year and a half ago, no way. You put me in front of a camera, no. Now I love doing videos.
Get in front of the camera, come on ahead, because I can see what I could see. The same things that you were saying. Lynn couldn't see it. But it's like everything else, you don't be forced, and Lynn had to do it herself. She had to find that inner love, that's something that we all had to find, and you'll have to find if you're in that situation. You may be blessed enough that you're already there in that zone, that you love yourself. Fantastic. So share that love with somebody else beside you, or somebody else you meet, or a stranger you meet in the street, or somebody you meet at a bus stop, or somebody on YouTube. Spread that love, guys, because when you've got love in your life, look, this is a case of examples, you know.
Now, I can't wait to I give love to absolutely everybody. We bump into strangers on the street when we're out and about shopping. We go, oh, lovely to meet you, send you loads of love and hugs. we're so different. Like, I have so much love bursting in my heart that I just give it to everybody all the time.
You can imagine living with her, guys.
I couldn't do that before
fantastic.
because I didn't love myself, and because I was so insecure. I was insecure with everybody around me, and I made everyone's lives a misery, including Dee Sean, who is wonderful.
Trust me, I was a maniac.
But you know, riddled with how I didn't like myself. You know, it's very hard. Your friendships, everything, everyone close to you gets the back end of it, which is really horrible. But now I've actually worked myself, learned to love myself. It's just wonderful, because to have that much love in your heart to give to everybody, and each day is just amazing.
You see, what happens is when you're fantastic, because what happens to us all, we're a product of the environment we're living in or we grew up in. And this is the thing about not loving. We automatically take a blame on ourselves, the way Linda did the big old thing like that. Lynn was fantastic, has always been fantastic from day on she came in to this relationship. But the fact is, she's given me more than I've given her.
That's definitely not true. I tell you what, he's the best man on earth.
Keep us here on track here now, genuinely, because this is I'd be sitting cutting this and editing this out. Basically, I want to say to you is this: we take on a lot of guilt, with a lot of baggage from the environment that we grew up in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I grew up in a very violent background, very aggressive area, and therefore I was blessed to have a good family around me that, you know, who protected us, and no violence at the home. So I was blessed in that context. But I grew up in an environment of, you know, being very aggressive. Lynn grew up in a very loving environment, where I could be a bit more thick-skinned. If somebody said to me, "Hey, I don't like you," or "You're a dick," I would just switch off at that. I don't worry about that. Where Lynn could be a sensitive, she would take it on.
Incredibly sensitive person.
So
somebody used to say something to me, and I'd be like, in the past anyway, I'd like think about it for ages, and I'd go in, withdraw into myself, and get really down. Now somebody can say anything they want to me, and I just straight over my head, because I know myself.
So
and I'm happy with myself, so
the secret is genuinely love yourself. And if you're getting energy not towards you that is denting your confidence, and you start pegging it on, you have to stop it. You have to stop it today. Do you know what I mean? You have to start loving yourself. You're a beautiful person, inside and out, regardless of what people say. Now there's some asses out there, there's no question about it, but even them, deep down inside, they're lovely people. But they're a product of their environment. What I'm trying to say to you is this: if you have no love in your life, start looking at yourself first of all, and say, are you the one who's doing the black on it? If you're doing the black on it, please try the crystals. Aromatherapy oils, you found them fantastic.
Oh, I mean, how do you know? Okay, so then you say, well, okay, guys, how do you love yourself? How do you learn to love yourself? Well, we've already covered the crystals, which, as you know, I find they just vibrate love, and they help you look at yourself and address many issues. But aromatherapy oils are amazing as well, because aromatherapy baths, if you really pamper yourself, because you deserve it, lots of warm baths, soap suds, loads of aromatherapy in there, and just lie back with the scented candles, and that is you'll come out of the bath feeling absolutely amazing.
You'll be kissing yourself by the end of the night.
You really will. And lots of affirmations as well. You know, you have to tell yourself that you're worth it and you're wonderful, and actually believe it, because you're an amazing creation. You really are, and you're unique, you're individual. There's nobody else like you out there. You are a beautiful person.
And you've got faults.
And your faults what make everybody individual, and you can even love your faults. Like, instead of people focusing on their faults, they go, oh, I don't like this or that about myself. Learn to love them, unless they're really bad, and then you correct them and change them. But everybody, there's very few really evil people in the world. Very tiny
very small minority.
No percent of truly evil people.
They're just getting more media coverage.
Yeah, they unfortunately get a lot more coverage in the press than the 99.99999% of really gorgeous, beautiful people out there that are really full of love, and that includes you watching this. Do you know? So, do you know? Pamper yourself and do it that way, because I went through my real bad insecurities and everything like that, and Sean was amazing to me, and he's incredibly patient with me, you know. But
guys, I keep saying that, and I'm going to put this out there, not in the end of this call. I keep saying that you think I'm mad. You know, when something beautiful comes into your life, you hold on to it tight, and I guarantee you, it was give and take between both of the yin and yang energy. You can clearly see that. Lynn gave me as much love as I've given her, and it's just so happened that we've been guided together here, and it's magical. It's just as simple as that. I've got my faults, Lynn's got her faults, you've got your faults, we've all got faults. The secret is not to beat yourself up over the insecurities over the past. The past is gone. The present is actually gone, because this is, I don't know how long this has already been now, 10-minute video, it's already gone.
We're
now
also
in the
going to
future,
keep it shorter.
So don't worry about time, don't worry about the past, just concentrate on the present moment in life, and just trying to say you're a beautiful person, and stop
Inside
finding
out.
faults about yourself. You're finding faults about yourself, at least replace them with 5 positives. You may not be able to see any positive depending on where you are in your life. It's there. Listen to other people close by who are telling you positives. Slowly but surely start becoming awake. You know, be careful of the alcohol, be careful of the drugs, be careful of the toxins you're taking in rather than food, because it all has, like if somebody who, say for talk's sake, overweight, I was overweight, you know what I mean, and I said in a previous video, or a couple of videos back there, that, you know, about my drug use and alcohol use and food abuse, they were all crutches, they were all things that we all do in different cases, you know what I mean. Somebody could be gambling, that could be their crutch, mine just so happened to be with alcohol and drugs, marijuana. The thing is that what you have to do is look at your faults and acknowledge them, and you can move on from them, and then change your habits, because you want to change your life, you've got to change your life. It's as simple as that. This will all help you. It'll help you on the road. Too many people are trying to run about looking for love, and it's actually, you're in their own skin, it's here. Work on your own self. Get out into nature, find beauty in the butterflies.
Nature,
yeah.
like I mean, working on yourself, like, so how do you learn to love yourself? Will be the one obviously mentioned, crystals bringing crystals into your life, brings so much beauty into your life. Lovely pampering, lots of pampering baths and making yourself feel really, really special. But the most important ones I would also say is being out and about in nature, because when you're in nature and you're lost, the love you feel when you're walking out and about and you're just lost in nature, the love that comes from them trees, them flowers, even the grass, it just oozes love. It's just the most amazing thing. Now, what I did as well, I spent more time in nature. I changed my diet because, although I wasn't overweight, I had a terrible diet. I've been vegetarian all my life, now vegan, but I had loads of cheese, loads of dairy, all the junk food, crisps. I'd eat so many crisps and chocolate bars. Completely took that. This was like the past 2 years. Completely out of my diet, eradicated it. Now I eat mainly raw salads, fresh fruits, fully vegan, tons of bananas till they're coming out of our ears. I think so many.
Bananas are bananas.
The difference in my health has been absolutely incredible. Like my clarity of mind, my mood has gone hit the roof. I've gone from being, you know, very down in my mood, depressed and awful low self-esteem and insecure, as I've mentioned, to my mood being absolutely feeling fantastic every single day, loving myself for who I am, feeling welcoming each day with open arms, getting up with a spring in my step. I changed my diet, which I have to say, out of everything, regardless of the crystals, the aromatherapy, the meditation, the being out in nature, changing my diet was 80% huge impact in how I feel in my mood.
I've just gone down to about 1% there. I've just gone down 1%.
No, I mean, I've seen a huge difference in Sean. Like Sean's always been amazing. You've always been in great spirits anyway.
Yeah, you've hurt my feelings now.
Since Sean changed his diet now, almost so much raw food, no process. The difference in really.
Don't underestimate that, guys, about food, and we're not telling you these things about our past. Just how to get the file in.
I just want to let everyone know, because the difference in how I felt in my mood, I've gone from feeling like that to just feeling fantastic, and I would love everybody to feel like that. So, you know, I'm not telling everyone should have to give up all their meat and dairy and stuff like that.
That's your call.
That's what it's up to you. You know, it'd be difficult for a lot of people to do, like. But personally myself, it's been the best thing ever, and it's just unbelievable in how I feel about myself. So that is definitely, I'd say 80% in how I learned to love myself.
It's to change the mindset, and we keep saying that in a lot of the videos. It's way we are conditioned. We're conditioned by society. As soon as we're born into this physical plane, this physical reality, do you know what I mean? Our parents, hopefully you've been blessed with parents like I have had, and Lynn's had there, that they've looked after you and things like that. Well, they've been conditioned by their parents, their environment, their governments and things like that. So we come in as wee babies, wee parcels of joy, and we're conditioned by our parents, by our society, by our community, by our churches if you're involved in them, by our schools. And when the primary school, they condition you, the secondary school and the colleges, and then your employers condition you, and then the governments have already conditioned you. And we wonder why we feel shit
about ourselves. Do you know
what I mean? You go onto the internet and you can see every time you go on the internet, you walk down the billboards and things like that. As we detox from the food and got out of the media out of our life, we started realising that all this conditioning that people are receiving you know, you should hate this person because of the colour of skin, you should hate this person because of their sexual orientation, this person because of their religion, this person because they're fat, this person because they're skinny, this person because they're gay, or you have to stop that. You turn around and say to yourself, what if, are these my thoughts? And we got out of the box, we realised that we were being conditioned. You know what I mean?
We're conditioned from birth to actually act and believe in certain things,
100%.
don't we?
And guys, one of the things is you have to look at the media about how we feel about ourselves. You know, the flash people who have plenty of money, and then the poor, and then they turn in and say those who are healthy, and those are, you have to look at this Hollywood movie star, this Hollywood movie star,
that's
this
the
operation.
Worst, yeah.
And you have to really stop and breathe. Learn meditation, guys. All you can say.
That's amazing.
And this is not the preacher.
Calming.
Try to genuinely look at what you're eating. The food we're eating is toxic. Even the fruits and vegetables that myself and Lynn are eating, it's toxic, most of it, because of the
there's so
GMO
many GMO
and
that
the
you
stuff
don't
they're putting in,
know
the
about
pesticides,
because
the
they don't have to
herbicides.
label it either.
We all are on this journey to self-awaken and self-love. That's how you're going to find love. So if you're single, for talk's sake, you're going to have to look at yourself. Stop looking at yourself negatively and just turn around, oh, it's because I'm carrying too much weight, or I'm too skinny, or I haven't a good social life. Stop that. Take a break from it. Take a break from looking for your partner. Start loving yourself, and that's the start of it. If you want to, you're in a loving relationship, take a walk out in the nature. You cannot get enough love.
You can't. Oh,
you know, you can't get.
Walking out in
nature
nature is just oozing with love when you're out there. It's absolutely amazing. Nature is amazing. It really is for love, isn't it? When I go out and walking about in nature, we just feel the love. It's oozes. And another thing, we're going about diet all the time, and this isn't about diet, honestly, this is not about everything, but I have to, I'm so passionate about it because it completely changed our lives. And you know, the affirmations, the meditation, the crystals, which have been in my life many years, even when I had all my insecurities, so I can't say yes, they did everything. They had a big part in helping me with this. The biggest thing was changing my diet. And I'd love everybody that, like, you go to the doctors and you say, I'm feeling really low myself, I don't like myself, and he'd just give you a pill. He wouldn't even ask you nothing about your life or your diet. And that's how I'm passionate about this, because it changed our life so much. I cannot believe within 1 month of changing, taking all the processed food out of the diet and having tons of fresh fruit and veggies and salads, the difference is just like, it's like unbelievable. It's like somebody switching a light on.
I used to want total meat eater up until 40 years. It was 42, 43. Vegetarian now 4 years maybe.
Gotta be 4 or 5 years.
Maybe 5 years. And vegan now roughly a year. Raw food, high raw, about a year and a half. But basically I wouldn't went ballistic if a pea had it come on the plate. I would not. Lynn endured me for 2 years, and I cut back on the meat just because I didn't want to bring meat into the house, obviously because of Lynn. But Jen and I would continue on eating meat for 2 years. But basically the change in my mindset has been unbelievable. And that's all I've said. Tell you, anybody who'd be watching this knows me from years ago, that they'll see the difference, they'll know the difference. People have commented on it. And it's getting there. I'm a work in progress. I didn't get up till this stage now, 45, 46 in a couple of months' time, and realise that, you know, I want it all sorted out today. It's not going to happen. It's going to take its work in progress. But once you start incorporating love into your life and you start realising that is paramount, and I'm not coming up with an agenda. If you just want to eat meat, you want to not eat meat, you want to eat things like that, please do it. This is free will. You have a free will.
We definitely nothing worse than preaching.
But all I'm saying to you is this: I'm talking to you from a heart and from fact, and I wish that people would I wish I had got the information years ago. That information is suppressed, and anybody who's pumped it out there and who's putting the information out there are looked upon as crackpots. But I'd say to you this, guys, the crystals to me have been fantastic. Lynn has been fantastic. But I will say this here: the diet is, I believe, the
paramount.
It's a linchpin in the whole thing. That once you start watching what you're putting into, like, imagine if your mouth, for talk's sake, like your letterbox in your body. Say the body is your soul, is your temple. Well, your letterbox is the mouth, and you be careful. You're putting junk mail into your mouth, because trust me, this here.
Very good way of putting it.
I like that. It does, and I put enough junk into my body, and I'm detoxing it. I'm still detoxing it. I'm not going to do a Dan the Man one here. I'm going to be detoxing for the next 14 years. The fact is, it helps. It'll help you with love in your life, guys, because you put love into your body. It's going to make all the difference. You know?
Oh, that's actually good. A good way. I like that. Put love into your body, because fruits and vegetables packed with love, and you're also putting that into your body also, which is another thing. You are what you eat.
Music. We'll finish off just a wee bit about music, guys. That's another thing. Be careful. Relaxing music. Put nice relaxing music on. Create your vibration. Everything living is vibration. Everything around is vibration. So, if for talk's sake you're sitting there and you're blasting music out there, and
Big
it's
heavy metal.
well, I used to be a skinhead years ago, so I'm no hidden agenda. But basically, that will also set the tempo. So when we're talking about the aromatherapy baths, choose your music, gentle, nice and relaxing, to get you in there, get you into the zone, because it's very paramount. So there you go.
There you
I
go.
hope we didn't lecture, guys. But
I hope we didn't lecture. So last thing, we just want to help you, because we've been through it ourselves, and how to attract more love into your life. Well, crystals, get crystals into your life. If you haven't already got crystals, get hold of some crystals, put them all around your home, load them by the bed, everywhere, and you'll just feel, whoa, you'll be bathed in love. And get the aromatherapy going away, because the smell, the incense and everything
makes you feel good, all vibration. You know?
Be out in nature as much as you possibly can, and get them trees all around you. Go tree hugging. We do. We don't care if anyone laughs at this, because you feel the energy of a tree, and it's like, wow.
I've hugged trees and things like that, guys. Now, if I can hug a tree, you could hug a tree. And if for talk's sake you're in a built-up area, and you're living in an inner city somewhere that you can't get access directly to trees and things like that, if you're watching this on the internet, which you obviously are, Google search, some MP3s you could download, things like that. Put them in headphones on, bird songs, things like that, bastards of meditations, CDs on, and just tune into it, because the vibrations in there. So it doesn't matter if you're in a block of flats. You know what I mean? Get yourself a set of headphones, your MP3 player, play a bit of music, put them on, tune in, meditate, lift one of your beautiful crystals, tune into your higher self, and that's where the love is, guys. The love is inside. It's not around us, it's inside, because if you haven't got it inside, you're not going to see it around you.
True.
You know what I mean? And if you haven't got it inside, people who'll be looking at you will not see it also. You know?
So true. Learning to love
guys,
yourself is so paramount.
I hope it's not all them long.
I know, I hope it's not another long. We just waffle and waffle. But thanks so much for watching the video. I can't thank you, and for all your amazing comments. They've been so much to us, really, and all your support. It's been wonderful. Really love you all. It's just amazing.
We can't stress how fantastic it is. And like, let's say, I'm a talking machine, but genuinely, we genuinely love all the communications, putting in the questions you're asking and things like that. But we love the love that you're sharing with us. And if you notice, and you do notice, because you tell us, a lot of you are sending private messages and even leaving them on the comment section, that how lovely the comments all are from people. And this is because like attracts like. And you see a lot of us in you, and we see a lot of yous in us, and we see a lot of you and another person who'll be your friends following us, and vice versa. And what it is we're seeing love. We're seeing the love and the vibration. We're on the same frequency and all the vibration.
Definitely on the same frequency.
Guys,
that's what attracted you to this site. So if you're watching, we've all got something in common.
And if you haven't already, please subscribe. If you've lasted this long here, I'm going to send you a medal.
Yeah, you deserve a big gold medal.
I'm going to send you a load. Guys, maybe in the next video what we'll do is, because we're anxious at the time, but let us get a wee bit of feedback here about, are these too long? If they're too long, we'll try to get them down or do them in 2 parts. This is all new till this, the longer videos. But if it's going to be too long-winded, or you'd like us to go back to these short ones again, or vice versa, let us know. Now, the next video, we'll probably do a video straight off this here. We want to be sending out a distant healing for love towards
loads
us all.
Loads of love,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
So we'll put it up in the next week, I'm sure.
Yeah, you'll love it. What we're going to do is infusing love into the camera. So when you're watching it on the big screen, you will see, you will feel the healing energy coming from us, which will be wonderful. I hope you really, really enjoy it. I think you'll love it.
Send you love.
So sending you loads of love, loads of love, and happiness as always from Ireland.
Guys, listen, we really do love you, and I say thanks very much for being here with us. Start loving yourselves, guys. And in the meantime, if you can't love yourself, just know that we love you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we really appreciate you being here. Guys, listen, love yous.
Bye.
Have a great weekend, guys, or a week ahead.
Bye.